Let's make my mosaic treat pattern using only a layer cake. Layer cakes are 10-inch squares, and for this pattern you will need 42 10-inch squares, yielding a 51-inch by 59.5-inch quilt. Using 80 10-inch squares will yield you a twin-size quilt measuring 68 inches by 85 inches, giving you a few more options. For each 10-inch square layer cake, you are going to measure 5 inches to the right on the bottom of your 10-inch square and angle your ruler to the top left corner. Go ahead and make your cut, and that's it. Only one simple cut, and all you have to do is repeat this for every 10-inch squares for your quilt size you are making. Once everything is cut, you'll mix up your prints and sew them together with a 1/4-inch seam allowance. When sewing your pieces together, make sure you have a dog ear roughly sticking out a 1/4 inch on the 5-inch side. This side is technically more important, but don't stress over it because once you've sewn it together, you will square your block to a 9-inch square. So you really can't go wrong here, as my mosaic treat is a small introduction to an improv style quilt. So go ahead and repeat this until you have made enough for the quilt size you have selected. Once all of your blocks are made, you will lay them out in a 6x7 block layout or a 8x10 block layout for the twin size quilt. You'll rotate every other block 90 degrees. Then, as always, sew your blocks together to form rows, and lastly, sew your rows together to complete your quilt top. Here is what my mosaic treat quilt pattern looks like all finished. For the backing, I am using a print from within the collection. Then for the thread choice, I am going with glide threads in the color peach. And here is what my quilt looks like all quilted. Once again, one layer cake will yield a 51-inch by 59.5-inch quilt. If you use 80 10-inch squares while placing them in a 8x10 block layout, you will yield a large twin-size quilt measuring 68 inches by 85 inches, giving you a few more options. But if you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.